Well, I guess someone's getting shot tonight. I ended up solo, and that's okay. I learned a long time ago that you can either wait around for others and wait for the perfect opportunity, in which case you might be waiting forever, or you can go by yourself. So my first post-op solo adventure, I'm just gonna do an overnight, I think, instead of doing the longer hike that I had planned. I know that there are knife edge side of the cliff walks, very narrow ledges, some small rock scrambles, and I'm definitely not going to be doing those while by myself. Post-op, not fully recovered yet, but I will definitely enjoy the time that I do have out here and just take it as it comes and enjoy each moment and each mile for what it is. I haven't been doing a whole lot of filming while I'm moving. That's because I am following this creek bed, and so there's lots of rocks over here that are slippery, wet, and so definitely want to pay attention to my feet rather than video. But isn't it pretty? I have lost my hair tie. I have space in my boot that is letting water in, and waterlogged boots are very heavy, so that stinks. No friends on this one. It's solo. I don't mind backpacking solo. I would have preferred it not to be on this one because this trail has some sketchy areas. Maybe if I were a little further along in my recovery, but I don't feel confident enough right now. So I will, as I always do, make the best of it, enjoy all the beautiful things that I'm sure are in store for me, and that will be that. I'm following the creek again, but I have a nice dirt path this time, and hoping to find a great site next to that creek. I know animals like water, and being this close to water in the heat and humidity has the potential to cause condensation. But right now, I'm so tired, I don't care. The animals have plenty of other opportunities to get to the water. So this is my spot for tonight. I'm solo on this trip. I lost my hair tie. I have one soggy boot, and I broke my glasses. And I thought, oh, I'll just pop the lens back in, no problem. Except I do have some duct tape and could tape that up if it was just so bright. I don't think that's going to be the case. Plus, of course, I'm not a deer hat, so I could always put my hat on to shield my eyes and shield my face. I saw one other person in the creek earlier. He said he's about another 1.5 miles up or so, and he's the only other backpacker I've seen out here. And then I saw two day hikers heading out. We made friends as I was taking a rest after a rock climb. So I'm hoping it kind of stays that way. Like it's nice and quiet. There's not people out there, especially at night. I'm hoping for a very good night's sleep. Other than that, I'm just going to enjoy my peaceful evening. It's about to get dark, and of course there's no light pollution out here, so when it gets dark, it gets dark. Hope you guys have a great night, and I will see you in the morning. Well, I guess someone's getting shot tonight. Good morning. I wanted to put some distance between me and that place because last night was not fun. I had my back to the back side of my tent, so it's a solid panel there, and I saw a really big light. It illuminated all the way through to where, like, it actually woke me up. Eventually I rolled over, and then a bright light came on towards my face, and the first time that it came on, I thought, oh, well, maybe it's a nighttime backpacker, hiker, something, no big deal. And then it came on and turned right back off again. I thought, oh, well, perhaps it illuminated my tent, and they were like, oh my gosh, person, like, turn the light off. We're going to wake somebody up. And perhaps that was the situation. But then a little while later, right across from me, I saw a light. I am next to a creek, and so I'm thinking, is it lights dancing off of the water? No. Is there somebody over there? They'd have to be floating basically alongside of the rock face. It's too steep. But I was seeing a lot of lights, and then I realized they were moving the light over there on the rock face to where it would shine, and reflect in front of my tent basically, but across the way, enough to where it would draw my attention. And they were just standing over there, standing in one spot doing that. I even thought to myself, well, perhaps it's somebody walking and they have a flashlight and it's swinging, like it's in their hand, and so it's swinging as they walk. However, it was not forward and backwards along the trail. It was lighting up on the rock wall across the creek from me. There is nothing over there, so that is somebody standing stationary and flashing their light across the way. So I'm thinking at that point, like, okay, it's kids. There's a campground 10 miles or so, and maybe some kids sneaking out late at night. And then I hear the crunching. Where I'm at, it's sandy. It's a different sound than being on the trail. It's crunching sand, and so I hear that. So that means somebody has come into my area. So I thought maybe it's the creek, carrying sound, and somebody's actually further down the way in a sandy section, and I'm just hearing it like it's inches away from me. But then a big snap of a branch right behind me, and it broke. And so coyotes, no. Bunnies, no. Armadillos, no. Bambi, which I saw earlier, oh my gosh, so cute. No. Possibly a bear, no. And that means human. A little while later, I heard two of the camera clicks and saw two flashes at that point. The direction it was coming from was where my head was, but over on the actual trail. So that means that somebody was on the trail with a camera aimed towards my tent and took two photos. At that point, I went ahead and made some noise, letting them know, you do have an individual over here. Yes, this is an occupied space, but also I am armed and therefore dangerous if you mess with me. I did hear somebody like moving down the trail at that point. Perhaps they were hiking one way and then they were coming back to the other. And then they were like, yeah, I really want to make note of this little campsite that this person found because this rocks. This is perfect. This is awesome. And maybe they were trying to take a photo or drop a pin to themselves. I have no idea. I don't know why they need to do that between 10:30 at night and 1:30 in the morning because that's how long this stuff went on. I don't know how you can explain that away. What I do know is none of those things that they did were cool to do to somebody. So yeah, really weird. I've never had anything like that happen before, and just basically waiting at that point for the sun to illuminate anything so I can just get the heck out of Dodge. Crazy night. The sun has risen. Well, that has a double meaning. The sun has risen indeed. Oh my gosh, there's my hair tie. That's amazing. Heck yeah, dirty, but good. Awesome.